Good afternoon everybody, Andy, Matin and Harrison's here, hope you're all well. Wanted to just give a quick market update as we are of course now in the summer market, and I've had a lot of questions with regards to the broader market, so I'm going to break this video down into three sections: lettings, sales and investment opportunities. So with regards to lettings, what we are finding is that there is a lot of supply for this time of year, double actually year on year in terms of E14 and surrounding postcodes. So of course that is translating into what is a tenant's market. So we're finding that transaction numbers are slow for this time of year, and that the market's actually transacting about 5% down. So it isn't fantastic news. However, the more positive news is that we are finding that the supply has peaked. So we're seeing signals and trends now that the supply is generally coming down, and therefore as we move through the summer months, the value should start to stabilise and start to get a little bit more normalised through to September and October levels. So certainly lettings is down slightly due to the oversupply. Something to bear in mind as well, the feedback from the market has been that tenants are now looking more at the actual quality and space of the apartment, and particularly looking for additional size and even outdoor space, given the fact that working trends now are starting to move more to working from home as per the office, and there is still a lot of people that have not come back to Canary Wharf and indeed the city for work. So that is having a stunted impact on demand. And of course we've got a student market which we'd normally be right in the middle of at the moment. A lot of student campuses are not going back actually until late October, early November, some not at all, as a lot more virtual sort of seminars that are being put on by the universities. So we are in a slight negative bubble at the moment, but the good news is that we do feel the supply is peaked and the demand is slowly starting to outstrip the supply gradually, and we expect to be normalising rents towards the later end of the year. In terms of sales, a lot of questions around the Chancellor's incentive around the stamp duty, which of course has been major news. We have seen a big upturn in demand in terms of inquiries. I still do believe it's a bit too early to suggest if there's been sort of, I suppose, the bounce back that they were hoping, but it's definitely positive signs. I've had a lot of people ask me whether now's a good time to list for selling, and the answer to that is case by case, yes. I think similar to what I said about the tenants criteria, buyers are actually looking for apartments that have got additional space, and they're looking for ideally outside space more than just location. So feel free to get in touch about your motives, and I'll be able to give you the best advice as to whether being on the sales market is right for you. But what I have seen is an influx of overseas investors that are looking for cash purchase, that are looking to invest, that have got tenants in situ. As I mentioned, the tenant market, live market, is about 5% down. So any asset that you can demonstrate and provide to the market that's got a tenant in situ paying good market rent will be an asset when it comes to attracting a purchaser. So there's been a big upturn in investment demand domestically and overseas. And one thing that I would also say from a sales perspective is the cladding is still a major issue. So if you do have cladding issues in the development, it wouldn't really be worth marketing until that's resolved. In terms of investments, so there are some excellent investment opportunities out there. In terms of what investors are looking for at the moment, as I said, is strong tenants that are paying market value, and since the stamp duty threshold there have been some strong demand return to the market. But look, if you are in a position where you've got capital and you are looking to sort of get a good return on it, is the buy-to-let residential space in zone 1 or 2 London the most attractive at the moment? There are arguments to maybe suggest not, but I'm working with investment partners and did a lot of joint ventures with clients and customers that are really, really fruitful on the outside of London and the sort of suburbs and even beyond, really into the Midlands and even north of England. So I'm sure if you follow my material on LinkedIn, particularly social media, you'll be following the updates. But if you're interested to see how you can maximise your returns on investment, then please do get in touch. There's some amazing opportunities, particularly in the commercial space at the moment. So if you're maybe one of those people that's sitting on a residential property at the moment and wishing the returns were greater, then get in touch. I've got some really interesting opportunities for you. So I hope you find that useful. Anything that you need, as always, feel free to get in touch. Follow my LinkedIn page, and I look forward to hopefully speaking to you soon. Have a lovely summer, and take care.